People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and Purple Butterfly Soaps is located at people.etsy.com. And here I have some Eon Naturals hair in Nubi. And most people know about this professional grade Canacolon hair, but they get a little confused on how to get it out of the package. So I'm here to show you how to get it out of the package. So first thing you want is to get some scissors, get a bag or some kind of piece of plastic to rest it on, and it literally comes out like that. And so people notice that it is in a thing here that's actually connected at the top, and they don't realize this is called a retaining ring. It's not part of the finished length that will be attached to this. In fact, because of the very curly hair, there is several rows of rubber bands on this length. There's a reason for that. I will explain in a second. Now, you can either come to the center and unhook that and dissolve the issue one at a time, or you can just put your hand right here. Let me put it where you can see it. Put your hand right there, right over the retaining ring, and then just cut it right there. Because that little bit of hair that's in the retaining ring, if you open that up, you can see that that's actually straight. That is not part of the finished length. This is curly hair that has been separated out like that, and if you cut it right where the retaining ring is, all the hair will be curly, none of it will be straight. So put that on the back, and then you repeat the process. Oh, and if you go just by the amount of hair that's present in each one of these dividers, then you will have about 20 sections, which is fine, because for me, that's about all I need. If you're going by just the amount of hair needed for all your hair, you know, not based on how thick this is, then you actually have enough to do your hair several times. But if you notice, that is all curly, that is all curly. If you go by just the part that was in here, see that? That's all straight. And this is no longer needed. That was just there to hold the product in place. Now, if you might use the hair over, keep this bag and keep this card, so that way you know what you have in here. And then if you need to save any of it, you have something to save it with. This is no longer needed, so just go ahead and toss that away. And that's all it is to it. Okay, now, say for if you want to use this section, I know people that will split this or split that. That's crazy to me, because I'm not going to use it like that. Okay, first thing you want is to put some moisture on there, especially since it's going to have to be moisturized with your hair anyway, so you might as well have the moisture already in place, which is also why I just use it the way the sections are already going, because if I'm going to use it as the same thickness as an average braid, then it's not going to make sense to split this part and split that part, so forth and so on. Another thing you want to do, because see how short that looks? That's not short. It is made to emulate 3C, 3B, well, 3C, 4B, 4Z hair. And we all know that can be a little curly, 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 curly. So you just stretch it. Ta-da. And then when you go to twist it or whatever, it will give you the same characteristics as your natural hair. See that? So what I tend to do, just grab it and process it the way you would any braid that was like say, Havana twist, Nubi twist, just like that. And if you look, it's actually going to come down to here when you're done, because that's how the lift works. You can actually do what a lot of people do. I don't get that. It's like, and do this. And then they complain that it doesn't necessarily act right when they split it apart like that, because that's not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to use it like you would a Nubian knot or whatever. In fact, that's how come the hair is called Nubi. And when it tangles up like that, I just cut it personally. So that's how you prep Ion Natural Nubi hair. If you're using the fluffy twist, which is actually on a weft instead of a retaining link, you still cut it. You don't have to worry about, oh, that was short and, this one is straight, blah, blah, blah. The straight part is not made to be part of the hairstyle. That's just for retention, to keep the product situated the way it needs to be situated. So, that being said, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, stay blessed, and stay tuned. Bye.